Hello VC, this is Carsten, and I'm back to make a response to me, Mr. Mayo's, how you collect your records thread, and I would just like to show you how I keep my records, let's just get started. And I have these IKEA expedites, and I saw in one of Laura's videos, I don't think Laura is doing videos anymore, but I saw that she had made these dividers from old vinyl records, and I just kind of picked up on that and made my own. And I just wrote with a white pen the letters. If you wonder how they are made, it's just an old, in this case it's an old James Last record, and then I have glued the record to the sleeve. In this case on the front, so they will stay in the same way all the time on the different dividers. So that's how I keep them apart. But in the first two cubics here, they are all brand new records I have bought from new. I kind of want to keep them by themselves, so I don't have to look for them when I want to listen to a clean new record. So I keep them in alphabetically order, of course, just apart from these records that are Volbeat. But the others I keep in alphabetically order. And in this cubic, I kind of have my big ones, if you can say that. It's Prince from there to there. Then there's Metallica, Led Zeppelin. Then there's Kiss and Iron Maiden and Pink Floyd. Those are kind of the ones I have chosen to have there. And then in this fourth cubic, what are those? Why are they there? Oh, it's I was just wondering why the A doesn't start there. It's because these records starts with some kind of number, so that's why. So yeah, start with A, B, and yes, Mr. Or Joe, even though the letter B carries on, they carry on down here without having to split up the letter, and so as you can see, the C also carries on until the D right there. But then they go right to the end in alphabetically order, and then in this 4x2 cubic right here, in the top three cubics from there to there is my Danish artists, and I haven't made dividers for them because then they will be placed too close. And now I have to remember what I have down there. I have jazz and instrumental. Then I have country in the first part of this, and then I have soundtracks, and the last cubic is my compilations. And this box down there is my tapes, and the top box I have my 45s. And what do you know? We are listening to Dereck, Flyover, Fantastic album. And if we go over here, I have a couple of cubics too. I have gathered my my metal records in this first part, and in the last part is kind of my inbox with records I haven't listened to yet, and they are used records. And with these 3 cubics or these other cubics, that's what I have for all my records. When they are filled up too, I don't have room for any more, and I won't buy any extra expedits, because right now I have about 1500 records, and I don't think I need to have more records. So if I'm going to need some space, I'm going to have to sell some of the old ones. So and for the last part of my video, I would like to show you how I put how I keep my records in my covers, and that's partly the newer records. And hello again, and for this last part, I'd like to show you how I put my records in the outer sleeves and inner sleeves. I put them like this, because then when you are putting them back in the shelf, you won't push the record out of the cover, just like that, and then it stays there. So that's how I keep it in the cover. And whenever I buy a brand new record, I tend to, oh, this is a bad example. So let's take another one that's better. There's also a brand new record. Again, I load it from the top, and then I replace the custom inner sleeves with these poly-lined inner sleeves, so I spare the original inner covers. So that's how I store my records. And again, when I put them in like this, and in the shelf like that. So I hope that answers your questions, Joe. And that was a short video from me. Bye bye.